Alright guys, open the throttle on the Superleggera V4, 235 horsepower, Laguna Seca. Holy moly, this thing is a ripper. Wow.
All right, guys, I think you can tell I am fired up about this Ducati Superleggera V4. We're here at Laguna Seca, test riding it for the first time, and what a machine this thing is. The Ducati Superleggera V4, this thing is a case study in weight reduction. From top to bottom, this is essentially a V4R, the homologation-special World Superbike platform that Ducati has used to go racing, except for they've taken it and they've lightened it in every area possible. That primarily comes with the use of carbon fiber. The carbon fiber front frame, the swing arm, the subframe, the wheels, the fairings, everything about this motorcycle is so much lighter. Now, how much lighter is the Superleggera? In comparison to the V4R, with the racing kit, this is 30 pounds lighter. The Ducati Superleggera is 335 pounds dry. That's no battery, no fuel, and no oil. That is what Ducati claims. We rode the Ducati Panigale V4R here this morning as a warm-up before we threw a leg over the Superleggera, and man, I am impressed with that motorcycle. But even rolling out a pit lane on the Superleggera, you feel the weight difference. Small movements, the bike just falls from side to side, getting into corners, just tips over on the edge of the tire, through the transitions, down the famous corkscrew here at Laguna Seca, just slaps from one side to the other with little to no effort in the upper body or the legs. But it does it all in confidence, which is probably the most impressive part about the chassis itself. The motorcycle falls on the edge of the tire and it provides an incredible feedback through the contact patch of the tire that really lets you understand what's going on. You feel every ripple, every bump, every little imperfection in the asphalt, but it does that without being too harsh. It's a sensation that I find common on top-level race bikes. And that's not to mention this motorcycle doesn't steer once you get it into the corner. Running it down into turn 2 here at Laguna Seca, running it deep in there, and getting the motorcycle turned just seems so easy. It does that with little effort in the handlebars or the legs. It turns, you can get out of the corner, up onto the meat of the tire, and drive off down the straightaway. Now, the only thing I have to comment on with the handling of this motorcycle is I felt like in the afternoon session when I was riding the motorcycle with more pace, more aggression, I still came upon that famous or infamous Ducati chassis wallow. I felt like I'm getting on the gas between the short chute from 4 down to 5, and the motorcycle is just wallowing underneath me and never quite settling. Once I get on the brakes, that all goes away. Now, this motorcycle gets essentially the same motor platform as we see on the Ducati Panigale V4R, except for it loses 6.2 pounds there as well. That's through the use of titanium bolts, a different camshaft, just searching for every last gram from the engine as well. Now, what is that power claim? 234 horsepower at 15,500 RPM. But I think what was the most impressive aspect of it is it didn't feel like the motorcycle became more raw or unrideable. Ducati did a really good job just taming this power plant and making it easy for mere mortals like me to control this motorcycle. That 234, there's some times that I felt like you get down into the corner and you feel like, oh man, I need to pull on a little bit more lever to get this thing stopped. But coming off the corner is so rideable, approachable. Ducati has employed a full suite of electronics package, essentially derived from its Ducati Desmos Sedici GP racer. That's the MotoGP effort that Ducati puts on. And this motorcycle is phenomenally stable and controlled coming off of the corners. The traction control really works to mitigate wheel spin and give you the ability to get aggressive with the throttle with the right hand and really try to drive off of corners, while the wheelie control it helps with throwing those low trajectory MotoGP fighter jet style wheelies down the front straight without slamming you down to the ground, and also delivering power to help get you off of the corner. It's very, very impressive. You have noticed it's got a whole host of aerodynamic winglets. Now, these winglets are derived from Ducati's Desmos Sedici GP16 racer. That's the 2016 model GP machine. Why Ducati did that, that was prior to the restrictions in GP of aerodynamic development. They claim that this aerodynamics package is actually more efficient than what is on the 2020 MotoGP race bikes. And it's actually 40% more efficient, claimed at least, in comparison to the Ducati Panigale and the Ducati Panigale V4R as well. Having ridden Laguna Seca and gone over turn one, the infamous turn one, flat out fifth gear on various 1000cc race bikes and also 600 as well, I can confidently say these winglets help in stabilizing the motorcycle at top speed, going over the top of the hill, and really giving you that confidence to stay in the throttle without the motorcycle becoming unhinged. Likewise, I really think that it does give you a better feel of what's happening at the front tire's contact patch under braking and fast, high-speed sections as well. It just adds a little bit more load, lets you feel a little bit more confident as you're getting into those corners as well. I'm very, very impressed with it. And to be honest with you, of all the aerodynamic packages I've ridden on modern day superbikes, I definitely think that this one takes the prize of assisting the rider and creating a better feel for the motorcycle. The Ducati Superleggera V4, it gets the Öhlins NPX front end. This is the gas pressurized system, and it also gets the Öhlins TTX36 rear shock. Both these components are top shelf. They offer good feel, good damping, and really allow you to understand what's happening underneath the motorcycle. I didn't ever really feel like I had to make adjustments today. A true testament just to the baseline settings that Ducati has in this motorcycle. Be honest with you, I feel like I would line this thing right up at a Moto America race if it was legal to be raced. The Ducati Superleggera also gets the Brembo Stylema R calipers. Now these are up spec from just the standard Stylema calipers. It also gets the Brembo MCS adjustable master cylinder. Now that's a really neat feature. It allows you to essentially tune the feel of the front brake lever in your fingers and really find something to your riding preference. Now Ducati, with these upgrades from the V4R, they're not essentially looking for more braking power or stopping ability, but they're more so looking for consistency, eliminating the brake fade that's common at the racetrack where the lever comes all the way into the bar. And I have to say I had no experience with that today as well. Today we rode the Superleggera with the racing kit. This comes with the acro exhaust as well. And man, this motorcycle gets off an exhaust pitch that is just unreal. It sounds like you're at a Ducati course MotoGP test going down the front straight, and you really feel that thing echo. And revving that thing all the way to 16,000 RPM like you do on these V4s, man, it's an incredible feeling, an incredible sound that really takes over while you're riding. What's even more unbelievable, I think, about this motorcycle is that it is actually road legal. You can take this out on the highway with a license plate and mirrors and ride this to your local coffee shop. And then you could ride it to the racetrack and probably have the most sick-looking, badass motorcycle at the racetrack with the most performance available as well. Only 500 will be available worldwide, and it comes with a premium price tag, as I'm sure you know, $100,000. Now, both the Ducati Panigale V4R and the Superleggera V4 are incredible platforms. I think the V4R, for $40,000, they've really done an incredible job delivering world superbike level performance to the average customer. $40,000, you can go grab that bike. $100,000, it's gonna be a step up, and this motorcycle is definitely a novelty. It comes with a lot of parts, a lot of engineering that you can't find any elsewhere on the market. This is technology that Ducati has literally pulled off their MotoGP Desmo Sedici racer and bolted right onto the Superleggera. These bikes are novelties, and their performance and their price tag reflect it. All right, guys, there you have it. We're done at Laguna Seca aboard the Ducati Superleggera V4. What an incredible day. Thank you to Ducati for making it happen. I think it was a special day for everyone involved. Now, if you like this video, be sure to give it a like, comment. We want to hear from you, and give a subscribe to the Cycle World YouTube channel. Also head over to cycleworld.com to read the full story, and we'll see you next time.
Awesome. Well, how much trouble am I gonna get in?